Everyone, this is CA Vikas Adhikari. Welcome you all to my channel whenever you're watching. Welcome to the channel of the Chartered Talks. In this particular video, I'll be talking about whether you should opt for the industrial training or not, and will be sharing my personal experiences during my period of my industrial training. So there are lots and lots of people who might be trying to opt for the industrial training. So I think that my opinion matters to those people. So if you like this video, give video a thumbs up. If you don't like this, dislike it so that I can improve my next video. Do comment in the comment section below and subscribe to my channel if you want to regularly see this kind of video. So guys, I want to share my personal experience first. I personally did my industrial training in the Accounts and Finance division of Michelin India Tyres Private Limited. It was a Fortune 500 company and was one of the biggest tire manufacturing company of the world. It has entered into the India quite late, but is expanding its footstep aggressively. So, if I talk about my personal experience, I had my experience in the field of Accounts and Finance division. I used to assist my team in the monthly reporting, group reporting, and audit assignments. I closely worked with the Big Four's accounting firm, almost all fours. So that was the biggest experience, and I used to assist my team in the ERP implementation. I've closely worked with the ERP team as well, and I've also worked in lots of stuff like capitalization, insurance policies. Yeah, these are the few things that I worked, but I don't want to talk particularly about what I have done. So the general thing that you will be learning at the industrial training is the biggest learning of the industrial training for me was that I learned a corporate profile a lot. So it was very hard to find a very corporate profile at such a starting of a career. And I think that institute, by providing industrial training, is providing the great opportunity for a career starter like me. So I learned the corporate profile a lot. I learned to become more punctual, more responsible, more professional by going to the industrial training. So my timing of the industrial training was from morning 9 to 5, but it could extend sometime. I had an experience of being extended to almost 8 or 9. So, but there was not that much of work pressure. I had a team of 6 to 7 people, and luckily I was the youngest member in the team. So I was more or less pampered also, and I enjoyed being pampered as well. And every person in my team was a chartered accountant. So that was great learning experience, and every person was a young mind with a young talent. So I enjoyed being part of that team, and I was lucky enough to get such a wonderful team. So I still remember my days at Michelin, and I made a long-lasting relationship with them. So it was a lifelong. So it is a lifelong relationship with them, and this is one of the interesting thing and more beneficial thing of the industrial training. You will be making lots and lots of relationship with lots of corporate people. So you never know where and when you might be benefited by this kind of relation. And the kind of environment was of a Michelin was a very friendly. So even the top level management like a general manager, even a CFO was easily approachable. They were easily approachable, and they were very much helpful, and they very much responsive. I used to daily interact with them. Even my industrial training was registered under the general manager, and he was quite supportive, and he was quite curious about what I was doing. So that was the biggest part. And your team was very supportive. Your team takes care of you for whatever reason, whether you are comfortable with your work or not. If you're not comfortable, they just shifting your job profile within the department. So that was the biggest thing that I learned. And I just enjoyed just carrying a laptop, and the phone call was coming, handling phone side by side, carrying a laptop and going to the meeting. So that was the biggest experience and interesting experience. I still remember those days. So guys, if you want to experience these things, industrial training is for you guys. And if you think that this is a boring thing, or this kind of life is this kind of life is not the life that you are expecting, then I think that industrial training is not for you. But for CA students, I think that industrial training is a once in a lifetime experience. Once it is gone, it can be back. So if an institute is providing you such an opportunity, I think that you have to grab it. I recommend you to personally grab it. So if a person wants to do industrial training, what he should do? The first thing is that he should have to be in the last year of his or her articleship. there has to be minimum 9 months left for the articleship to complete. So there are lots of vacancies that the company posts for the industrial training nowadays. Even in the Naukri.com, you find lots of companies posting the vacancy, or there's a site called Chartered Club, CA Club India. Lots of vacancy that comes for the industrial training. Apart from this, in the institute website, you can find a separate section highlighting the list of companies that will offer industrial training for the students. So regularly surf the website of the institute and go to the particular website of the company and find a separate vacancy section or HR section. Drop down your resume there, or you'll find the email ID and email your resume to that particular email ID. This is the best option. I also did the same thing. And the biggest mistake you might opt is by calling to the HR and telling that whether you have a vacancy for the industrial training or not. It will give a very negative image. I also have thought that I had to directly communicate to get the industrial training, but later on, after interviewing with the Michelin, I got to know it was a very bad practice. So I personally recommend you not to phone to the HR. Even if you get the number, just email your resume, or just upload your resume in the particular website so that they can get back to you soon. And believe me, they'll get back to you. Some companies are in urgent need of industrial training, so they might get back to you on an urgent basis. And sometimes it takes time. So it depends on the company to company, and it depends on the requirement. And for the industrial training, you have to be prepared that your coaching is complete, because you are entering into the new zone in last year of your articleship. So more or less, it will hamper your study. So be prepared about this. I personally was prepared for the industrial training from the first day of my articleship, and I had a gut feeling that I will crack the exam even after doing the industrial training. But unfortunately, I didn't succeed in my first attempt. So I won't blame the industrial training, but I would blame myself, because I was not able to manage my office hours and study hours properly. So guys, if you are a proper study planner, if you can manage your office hours and study hours properly, then you may crack the exam in the first attempt. There are lots of people who are getting ranks even going after the industrial training in the first attempt. So guys, if you have a proper study plan, and if you have completed a self-study or coaching, whatever you have done, then you might crack the exam in the first attempt. But the thing is that you're going to the new environment in the last year of internship. It normally takes 3 to 4 months to adapt in the new environment. So if you are spending 3 to 4 months to adapt in the new environment, more or less you are spending a precious time of your exam preparation. So think about it at least twice, thrice before going to the industrial training, and you have to be prepared for the industrial training before you are entering into the new zone. And unlike articleship, there's not the entire thing that you're looking after in the industrial training. If you are posted in the particular department, for example, if I am posted in the accounts and finance department, I normally look after the accounts, finance and audit. So during an articleship, we used to look after the entire thing of the company. So in industrial training, you don't have to look after the entire thing. You just will be given a particular department, and in a particular department, you have to assist your team or a particular job profile. So be prepared about this as well, and try to make a friendly relationship with every person during your corporate life. It will be helpful for a lifelong. Yeah, these are the few things that you need to know. And believe me, if you get the industrial training tagline in your career, it will be very beneficial for you. If I talk personally, I have been very, very, very benefited by the tag of the Michelin India, because the thing is that normally lots of people do not offer the industrial training, and the person who have opted, they have more or less some A's. Even in the campus placement, they prefer the person who have done the industrial training, or they have done the Big Four. I didn't experience, but my friend who was my colleague at Michelin experienced that the Reliance Industries called only those candidates in the campus placement who were either from the Big Four or who have done the industrial training. So this is the example, guys. So if you want a bigger career tag, also you can opt for the industrial training. So guys, if you find this video helpful, do this video a thumbs up. If you like it, if you do not like it, dislike it, and comment if you have any queries regarding this video. I'll get back to you in the next video. To subscribe to my channel if you want to view a video of this kind in the coming days. Till that time, guys, see you next time. Bye bye.